Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to calculate stock price using stock valuation non-constant growth model. Okay, so in this example, this ABC corporation currently pays dividend of $2, and it is expected that the company's dividend will grow at a rate of 30% for the next 2 years and 15% in the third year, and then at the constant rate of 7.35% thereafter. Okay, so if the company's cost of capital is 11%, what is the price of the stock right now? So let's start summarizing this problem. So the company currently pays $2 dividend. That is our dividend one. So that's $2. Okay, so $2 dividend, and now let's summarize this R's of S, which is cost of equity. Cost of equity is 11%. Okay, so I'm summarizing both of these information variables. So let's summarize the growth rate. Okay, and so while summarizing the growth rate, we're gonna draw a timeline. In the timeline, we have time 0, which means right now, and time 1, 2 through 6. I draw just, for example, the 6 time period. This is a stock valuation with non-constant growth model. Okay, so we can keep on going forward like years and years to compute the dividend, and can calculate the present value of the all the dividends. That's the one way to do it. But other way, we can apply constant growth model. So when the dividends start getting constant, we stop calculating this dividend. So let's start with this growth rate. So the growth rate for year 1 and year 2, that means next 2 years. So right now we have $2 dividend. In year 1 and year 2, we have 30% dividend growth rate for the next 2 years. Okay, and in the third year, that is 15%. It's a 15%. And now let's look the information, and in the year 4, that rate is constant at 7.35%. 7.35%. Okay, so this is the 4th year. After the 4th year, after the 3rd year, the dividend is constant at the same rate. So you could keep on going up in so many years. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do that because the dividend is constant at year 4. That means we can easily calculate the price of the stock in year 3, and then we have the dividend for year 1 to 3. So these are the net cash flows for this company. Okay, in terms of dividend and stock price. So let me put this one P4, P3. The reason I'm doing P3 is because the price of the stock can be calculated in year 3. Hello? क्या रे? Mm. Mm. तो फ्लैट रेट शोध न फ्लैट रेट ए त्यसो भने त गर्नु परेन किनभने त्यो म त फ्ल्याट रेट 70 थिएँ हैन त्यो भन्दा कामै भने फ्ल्याट रेटको चाहिँ त्यस्तो नहुनु पर्ने हो फ्ल्याट रेटको बक्स किन्दा त्यो बक्समा जे हाले पनि पाइने हो हैन ए उम्, उम्, उम्। ए ल भयो हुन्छ त्यसो भने त्यो दुःख नगर होइन 17-18 देखाएको थियो यहाँ मैले त अनलाइन रेट हेर्दाखेरि फ्ल्याट रेट अनि अब त होइन भने त के गरौँ र होइन त्यो रेगुलर एकचोटि सोध्न फ्ल्याट रेटको बक्स पाइन्छ नि त त्यो फ्ल्याट रेटको बक्स पनि त्यही हो र भनेर फ्ल्याट रेटको त त्यो रेटभन्दा बढी त नहुनु पर्ने त अनि फ्ल्याट रेट भने त त्यो जतिसुकै वेट भए पनि त्यो बक्सभरि जति जे ल्याए पनि पाइने हुन्छ कि होइन फ्ल्याट रेट त गर्दैन नि त फ्ल्याट रेटले त वेट चाहिँदैन नि त होइन त्यो त हो कि चोक्ने हो त्यहाँ हुन्छ कि युपिएसमा एउटा फ्ल्याट रेट भन्ने हुन्छ कि सिस्टम त्यो फ्ल्याट रेटको चाहिँ बक्स सबभन्दा ठुलो कुन हो पाइन्छ भनेर सोध्नु एकचोटि फ्ल्याट रेटमा त जति ल्याए पनि त्यो बक्सभरि ल्याउनु पाइन्छ कि ल ल भाइ Okay, so as you can see here, we summarize growth rates, and in year 4, the growth rate is constant. So we can calculate the price in year 3. Okay, so let me start summarizing the dividend. Okay, so I'm going to calculate dividend 1 first. That equals to dividend in time 0 times 1 plus the dividend growth rate in year 1. Okay, so that is going to give us the dividend for year 1. Okay, and now we want to calculate dividend for year 2. So let me start with the first dividend multiplied by 1 plus the dividend growth rate in year 2. Okay, now I can just drag this formula until the year 4. So just to make sure that is correct. So look at that, year 3 dividend times 1 plus growth rate, that's going to be our dividend in year 4. So I want only 2 decimal here. So let me reduce these decimals here. Okay, 2 decimal. All right, so we calculate D1, D2, D3, D4. Please stop in D4 because the rate is constant in year 4. Okay, now the second thing we can do is calculate price of the stock in year 3. The price of the stock in year 3 equals to dividend 4 you divide by RS, which is 11%, minus the growth rate, constant growth rate, RS minus G. Okay, so that's gonna give us the stock price using the constant growth model. Okay, so now we can calculate the net cash flows. So in year one, we have just $60, $2.60. Okay, I'm just setting up a formula here so that I can drag this formula, right? $2.60. And year two, we have 338. In year three, the net cash flows is the sum of the dividend and the price of the stock in year three. Okay, so these are the net cash flows we estimate using the given information. Okay, so these are the net cash flows for this company using the dividend discount model. Okay, so now we can just use NPV keyword I taught you in earlier lessons in time value of money. So we can estimate the price of the stock using NPV keyword. Okay, PV, I'm going to write price 0, that equals to NPV, that equals to, so let's find the present value of all these future cash flow using the keyword equal NPV in Excel, and then we're going to select the cost of capital, cost of equity, and then we're going to select all the values. Okay, values 1 through n. In this case, we have value 1 through 3. Okay, so let's select those values and we close the parenthesis. Okay, so one more time, you're going to select the rate first, and then the rate is not the growth rate, is the discount rate, is the cost of equity. Okay, so then select the values from time 1 through n, then we have the price of the stock. So in this case, the value of the stock is $91.52 using the constant growth model. Okay, this is the stock valuation. This is the stock valuation non-constant growth model. Okay, hope this video helps you to understand calculating stock price using non-constant growth model. Thank you.